Okay, one more thing.
That's all Rob.
We have a treat this morning because before Al comes to welcome us, our speaker today, Abby, is going to welcome us with music. We have an opening song, and we're going to sing along as she plays.
Thank you, Sherry. Good morning. This is our opening hymn, and it's not our hymnal because it was actually written by Melinda Walker's cousin.
Who was it? You.
Who wasn't you? So what I'll do, since it's a little new to some of us, is play the whole thing through, and you can kind of hear how the tune goes. And then second time around, I'll invite you to join the first verse, and then we'll be done. So just first verse. And if anybody else needs assistance,
Welcome and good morning.
Good morning.
For a week now, we've been in the dog days of summer, which has been Sirius, the so-called dog star, follows the setting sun's path into the night sky. But in Greek, Sirius doesn't mean dog, it means scorcher. The predicted high this afternoon is 101, so thanks for giving up the last tolerable outdoor hours of your Sunday. As everybody knows, I'm Al. I'm this year's president of the fellowship board, and my purpose here is to welcome everyone. Come, whoever you are, holding various beliefs, whatever your skin color or national origin, whatever your age or gender identity, whatever your abilities, whomever you love. You are welcome at the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Statesboro. You are welcome in this, our religious home. We extend a warm welcome to any visitors and guests. If you would like, we invite you to take a moment and introduce yourselves. Any visitors or guests who would like to introduce
We've got my grandson Louis, who's visiting from New York, and he just turned 13.
Nice. Happy birthday.
Louis.
Oh, sorry. I'm Eddie. Been with Syrian. As you know, I'm involved with the Statesboro Marine Sport Group, so always introduce
Okay, word, always appreciate it. And let's see, if to anyone who is visiting, if you would like to give us some more information, contact information, or guest registry, that's here for an entrance, or you can do that at our website, via our website at www.uustatesboro.org. So we'll send you more information. Thank you, members and guests, for sharing your resources during our offertory later in the service, or again via our website. In the month of July, half of our offering that is not designated as pledge will be donated to Highland Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities in memory of June Jubilee. And now I invite you to join with me. There it is, okay. Now I invite you to join me in reciting our congregational affirmation. Love
is the spirit of this fellowship, and service is His prayer. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
Our worship leader this morning is Pastoral Care Associate Terry Barr.
Thank you, Board President Al. Nice to acknowledge these roles we all have, because it takes all of us being here together to make things happen. So good morning and welcome again. As always, we will begin with the lighting of our chalice. So I light the chalice. I invite you to say the words with me. I'll come back and push the button and the music will start. And we will rise up together and sing twice. I'll rise up both ways. This is
Our chalice of love and light, uniting us all by day and night. Rise up, O pray, cry glory, show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O pray, cry glory, show to us beauty, vision, and joy.
Now, while you're singing, I invite you to honor the light within by greeting folks nearby.
There's frosting, there's a lot of artificial coloring. Just improve it.
It's Billy.
Just welcome to sugar craft. I'm Good morning, so many new faces every week.
Anybody want to come join? That one. You go up there on that one.
So the story I chose today I got from the library, and it's called Strictly No Elephants. Ever seen an elephant fly? Yeah. Where did you see an elephant? The Bronx? Okay, in North Carolina. Oh. The other part. So, let's begin. It's called Strictly No Elephants. Here's the elephant. Notice what he's wearing. Yes. Not your ordinary elephant. The trouble with having a tiny elephant for a pet is that you never quite fit in. No one else has an elephant. What might other people have? Can you see some of their pets in the windows?
Dogs, cats, horses,
Yeah.
birds.
Yeah. You want to make the elephant sound? Every day. With the big ears. Every day I take my elephant for a walk. He is very thoughtful sort of walk. Is a very thoughtful sort of walk. He doesn't like the cracks in the sidewalk much. I always go back and help him over. That's right. I've heard that he should sometimes. That's what friends do. They lift each other up. Over the cracks. Good thing he's a tiny elephant. Today I'm walking my tiny elephant to number 17. It's Pet Club Day and everyone will be there. Come along. There's a good boy, said the elephant. I coax him the last few feet. It'll be fine, I tell him. When I look up, there's a sign on the door. Look at his face. Strictly no elephants. Is it green? My tiny elephant leads me back to the sidewalk, never minding the cracks. That's what friends do, brave the scary things for you. See some of his friends in the window. There it is, raining again. Who's holding the umbrella this time? Did you try to go to the pet club meeting too? The girl asks. Yes, I say, but they don't want to allow elephants. The sign didn't mention skunks, the girl says, but they don't want us to play with them either. They don't know any better, I say. He doesn't stink, the girl said. No, he doesn't, I agreed after I sniffed him. What if we start our own club? Come along, I say, making certain that my tiny elephant follows me. Because that's what friends do. They never leave anyone behind. Now, how many animals are in the One, two. How many people? Now, here's a picture. Cool. Ah, that one's a moose. Very cool. It's kind of some unusual pets here. No, that's right.
And an armadillo.
they picked a new place. See what's out there? All of us, they say. We can all play too. So we paint our own sign and we mark out some words that say, strictly no elephants. And we put red words that say, all are welcome. And my tiny elephant will give you directions if you need them. Look at all the fun they're having. See this opening here? No gate. Come and go. And there's lots of space. Because
I thought they were going to make the sign say, no pets.
oh no, they just allow people who want to come. And pets. Yeah, sometimes they're people. So my tiny elephant will give you directions if you need them because that's what friends do. And that's so. You guys want to help? Good job. You guys are take it from here, okay? We'll join them in reciting our children's affirmation. All right, Alex, ready? We are Unitarian Universalists, people of open minds, loving hearts, and helping hands. Okay, and now we beneath our arms, we shelter you. You warm our hearts as you pass through. May our love guide you as you go. Help you learn and help you grow.
Thank you. And we are appreciative, our regular child care person, Anna, is out of town this weekend. So we're appreciative of Katie, when you see her at coffee time, Katie and Daniel are being toured in the back with the children and supervising. So tell them thanks at coffee time. And now is the time for our meditation, and Abby is going to come and set up some special music. As she does that, I invite you to hear these words she chose as we prepare ourselves to meditate before we hear our message today. These are words from William Schultz from the back of our hymnal, number 459. This is the mission of our faith, to teach the fragile art of hospitality, to revere both the critical mind and the generous heart, to prove that diversity need not mean divisiveness, and to witness to all that we must hold the whole world in our hands. May it be so.
So I'm going to invite you now, if you would like, to turn in the light turquoise hymnal to 1009. This is a meditative hymn that you may have heard before. I learned about it during the pandemic, so it's not new to me, but it's recorded here thanks to somebody who put a lot of recordings on my computer earlier. So I will begin the recording. And please sing along if you feel inclined. and move now into sharing the message for today. Thank you for joining me here. I know it's hot and it's summer, so it's good to be with you all today. I'm Abby Thompson, for those of you who do not know me. And I volunteered to speak today on the topic that I would like to highlight and not bore you. So I'm going to sort of drift along and highlight some of the things I've learned throughout some times here. And want you to sort of imagine that, you know how we share our beacon of light within the community. And sometimes that light returns to us. So this is my way of showing and sharing some of the things that have sort of come our direction through our relationship with the Unitarian Universalist Association, which I will shortcut into saying UUA at times. So, hearkening back to our service together last Sunday, Randy Blosh's message about getting to know one another is still resonating with me and bringing me joy and light, and hopefully to all of us. If you missed it, I encourage you to watch the recording on our UUFS Facebook page. And as I mentioned already, today's message is about how we can get to know one another, sometimes by being nurtured through relationship with the UUA. The source of my idea, I have to sort of give you full disclosure, really didn't come from what I've done with UUA. But there was an opportunity that came about earlier this year in the spring when Jane alerted me to an opportunity for our youth to attend summer camp at the Mountain Retreat and Learning Center up in Highlands, North Carolina. And when she alerted me to it, I sort of, began thinking and searching for people who could go, and also, finding families who could possibly provide transportation for their children to North Carolina. And I was successful. I found a family, and two of our youth, Addie and Joseph Holly, were able to attend summer camp on full scholarship. And that is a beacon of light shining out and provided to us because they were the first youth to attend that summer camp from our fellowship, maybe ever. It's been sort of an opportunity that they present and encourage people to try. And if they like it, we can share that happened and encourage others to check it out. So they went, and I checked back in with their mom just last week, and she said they loved it, and just wanted to share. That was sort of the seed that got me started on this topic today. I was really excited about that. Long ago, in a galaxy from as a newcomer to UU in 2011, my first encounter with UUA grew because I needed help supporting our children and youth. Mason was just 4, or maybe 3, and other parents were also seeking to support our children and youth with open minds, loving hearts, and helping hands. These kernels of connection that I made are what led us to get to know one another more and assume a role with our children in RE, or religious education. Parents' efforts to explore ideas and activities that our children needed resulted in me looking for resources, and I was pointed to the UUA website where there is a whole host of curriculum lessons. So we dug in, and I said, oh, UUA has a website. So I even had a vision of creating a labyrinth on the floor of our playroom, but thankfully, James was already in the works. So I would love to hear the story of how that was made one day. I remember Sherry inviting me and John and Mason to visit UU at the farmer's market. And I remember Jane greeting folks walking up the sidewalk to enter the UU building on East Grady Street, handing out orders of service. and ushering us to raise our hearts and join in the shared sacred space. Maybe some of you remember that too. In my early years at UU, little did I know about the efforts that had been made to make our building on East Grady possible. I just recently learned about that. I will mention this a little bit more later. After a few years of being a friend to UU, I signed the book in 2016 and began receiving the magazine, UU World. As a member, this is one of the perks we receive at our home address, and I think Martha has some doing in making that connection between UUA and our homes. And I really enjoyed the magazine, and I still do. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I wanted to let you know, if you don't know about it, first of all, and then also know that there are shared copies in the back of the fellowship, and there's also some out in the main entry if you'd like to borrow one. This is a great resource and serves as a resource put out by UUA with different articles on different topics, messages from UUA leadership, and book recommendations, and there's even a classified section in the back. Maybe I already read that, yes. So let's spend some time in this magazine, just for a moment, if you will. I have an activity for us to do, and I learned about it from this magazine, published in spring and summer of 2025. So this same activity that I present to you was done by a 98-member UU church in Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts. And it was done to nurture personal connection with one another. So what we're going to do is first pick a partner, preferably somebody who didn't come to church with today, but it can be, and sit next to them. And then we're going to spend about 5 minutes introducing ourselves to one another without introduce yourselves by birth year without naming the year. So it might be that you describe cultural events that happened around the time you were born and try to exaggerate things without actually saying the year you were born. So it doesn't have to be very long, and just see if you can get to it in 5 minutes, and then when we're done, I'll sort of chime us back together. So, is everybody ready? Shall we try?
Music, cars, I lived in Chicago for a long
Okay, so thanks to this magazine, we were able to accomplish something similar to what the Jamaica Plains Church in Massachusetts did. And I hope you were able to guess each other's birth year. How many of you did succeed? Oh, pretty good. I had a little So, it really does bring me a lot of inspiration. I also want to say this is something we can continue to do, during service. If that happens, it does. It is a start. So don't stop just because we ended. Because it brings me great inspiration that our fellowships can connect with one another through shared activities, shared readings, and stories of living our shared values. Our far-reaching, outstretched arms, legs, fingers, toes, and maybe more importantly, loving hearts and good intentions provide meaningful connections that support one another near and far. So we've kind of done this, but I want to try to imagine ourselves, or at least some version of ourselves, maybe as a visitor at a UU church on a Sunday, similar to Mo, Jane, and Tara, gathering together to light the chalice, to share one another's presence, to learn and sing together, to express joys and concerns together. Our rituals, although not exactly the same from one UU church to another, resonate among UU churches around the world. So I did a little digging, because I wanted to make sure I know what I'm talking about when I say something like that. And there are over 1,000 established UU churches, and a few more, over 1,000, that are emerging or yet unaffiliated but still gather together. The UUA aims to connect people and groups of us by fostering collaboration and supporting us. If you go on our website, uustatesboro.org, the tab titled About Us at the top details our history of our relationship with UUA. The beginnings back to the 1970s, which temporarily dissolved, but then were reaffiliated in 1990. In fact, some of you here today have memories of these times. And I'd say it's safe to say we love them so much that sometimes we leave them up on our walls to share. So I'd just like to quickly name a few of these relationships we've had with UUA and how that light has shined on us. In 2000, the UUA president, Reverend William Sinkford, came to speak at the dedication service for our new building on East Grady Street. And we received a grant for $16,000 from a group of chalice lighters to partially fund our comfortable seating that we still use today. In 2006, we called the Reverend Jane Page. In 2016, UUA moderator Jim Key provided the keynote address here. And Reverend Keith Crone, former intern minister at UUFS and a staff member at UUA, provided an inspirational dedication for this building. In 2025, our minister, Samara Powers, will be contracted to serve as our halftime minister with the large in part support from UUA's transitions director and staff. So we have really benefited from that relationship. In the 1980s and 90s, UUA launched the Welcoming Congregation program to help us learn how to undo homophobia and transphobia. Our fellowship drew on the support from UUA to participate in the program and engage in earning a certificate, which followed many discussions, I believe. I was not here at the time, but earning our certification as a welcoming congregation has since expired, but we still are passionately engaged in the spiritual practice of welcoming all, a very important practice in our faith community. To close, I hope these links I've mentioned help remind us of how UUA is a living, breathing wellspring with what seems like infinite possibilities to connect and support us in many kinds of ways. I haven't even scratched the surface, but I'm not going to go there today. We may be a small congregation, and I'd say that with a big smile because we're growing, but that means that we have better chances to get to know one another and spend time together. So I challenge you to do more, getting to know one another. And I was going to share, I went to England a few weeks ago and I went to go see the musical Wicked, which is the sort of backstory behind Wizard of Oz. And there's a song in there called For Good, but I'll put it on the Facebook group page just to avoid some technical difficulties. So look for it if you will. I like the song a lot and I thought it spoke to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Abby. And Abby is willing to come back after we have coffee at the end of the service and sit in a circle and reflect and share about what she shared with us this morning. So if you're available, plan to do that with us. Now is the time for the giving of and receiving of our tithes and offerings. As Al mentioned, anything that's not your normal pledge that goes into the plate, half of it will go to Heinlein in memory of June DiPolito. They provide all kinds of wonderful services to adults and children with developmental delays or behavioral problems.
friendships are brought. Give thanks for the homes that with kindness are blessed, for seasons of plenty and blessed address, for our country extending from sea unto sea, for ways that have made it a land for the free.
These gifts are received and appreciated. Now is the time in the service when we share joys or concerns. If there's anything on your heart you'd like to share with the congregation today, I invite you to do so. You can stand where you are or come down front. If you'd like to, light a candle or place a stone in the water in token of your joy or concern. I'll remind you we're on Facebook. If there are things on your heart that are too tender to share in a public forum, you're invited to contact me or Mike after service as your pastoral care associates.
I light a candle of thanksgiving from our wonderful friends in Los Angeles who welcomed me this past weekend. And also for a wonderful person in the Atlanta airport who saw me through a crisis.
Thank you, Becky. If you will, when you come, say your name, and some of us are still getting to put names and faces together. Thank you, Rebecca.
I'm Tara. I need to light a candle today for my roommate, Katie, who's been here a few times. She was visiting the UK with her family for a vacation, and they got into a pretty terrible car accident. Katie is okay. Her parents are mostly okay, but her oldest brother is still in the ICU, so just we could hold him in the light, make sure that, given his thoughts, that would be really appreciated. We are looking forward to Katie coming home safe. Working on the healing process as we go through it.
I'm Siren. Last week I was involved in a pretty serious car wreck. I don't feel ready to talk too much about any of it, but I desperately could use all the prayers of well-being for me and Logan that you're willing to give us. I'm extremely lucky to be alive. I am extremely grateful that somehow I was given another chance to keep going. I'm very lucky to be here with you guys today, and I'm hoping that Logan will be back before too long. He was not involved, but we're going through some difficulty together, and all the prayers, if you pray, all the thoughts you can give to us, be very appreciative.
Sure, would you mind putting this stone on me? This is just my name is Michael. I'm not going to stand up today, but this is the Bullitt County schools are opening now, and the students will be coming back on Friday. So just want to start the school year out for them with the best wishes, and hope that this is going to be a good year for them. The district, as some of you may know, is going to be facing some financial difficulties in the next couple of years. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Good thoughts from the students and the teachers and the staff and the board and everyone wrestling with them.
Don't get the idea, guys.
And the idea. I want to.
Will you light a candle for Charlie? I'll let you.
For my Charlie?
Yes, for Charlie.
My Charlie turned 13 this week. Woo! I believe our teenagers, it's hard to get them up on Sunday morning, but I hope it'll come back around. Thank you, Abby. And then I want to light another candle. Many of you know Jim and Betsy Nichols. Jim is a long-term member who hasn't been able to be with us since his stroke and not being able to walk, and whose dementia is advancing. They are at home together, and it's difficult right now. The hospice folks think it may be getting close, so that doesn't mean they need all of us to descend on them. We need them to send love, or a text, or a phone call. So, and I have a card. If you will, please, if you don't know what to say, sign your name on the card. So that Betsy, and sometimes Jim, will know we're thinking of them and holding them in love and light. For Jim and Betsy. And then I'll light one more candle. This one is for whatever joy or concern you may be holding in your heart, but you're not ready to speak out into the world. This is for that. Allow me to speak a word of prayer. We pause and remember together we are in sacred space. We are in our religious home where all are welcome and where we pledge to keep our hearts as open as we can to love and support one another. Through the happy times, the triumphs, the joys, the gratitude, the relief, and through the challenges, through the losses, through the sadness. Through it all, may we remember we are connected by love and light and mystery, and support one another as best we can. May it ever be so. Amen. And blessed be. Please join me. Let's rise, if you will, embody our spirit, and we'll sing together, Spirit of Life.
Extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
And now is the time for announcements. What announcements do we have? Al, we've been aboard for a couple of weeks. What is it, August 11th is the next board meeting?
That's right.
Other announcements to share, Ray?
Yeah, Abby mentioned the Mountain Union retreat, and now that I'm unemployed, I'll probably be going up there more. They have a Thanksgiving where you go for 3 or 4 nights. Anybody can come, it's open to anybody, and I'm going up, Jane is not. So if you want to come up with me, we can get a ride going. You have to get on their website and register, choose 3 or 4 nights. So let me know if you're interested in that. That's Thanksgiving. It's like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then you can add in Saturday night too. But they have other programs like Women's Spirit that I can't go to. So just let me know if you're headed up there.
Thank you, Greg. Where's Ada?
Yes, thanks to the fellowship, I can teach yoga over at that, building, next building, to this building. And, the last week of the month, I do restorative yoga, so you're welcome to join it, and it'll be free of charge to the members here. You may come to relax and restore. It's very easy, just rest over bolsters for about 3 minutes, and we get you into different positions that enhance blood supply, and especially for the mind.
What time is that? Where?
Oh, yeah. It's on Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 9:30 to 11.
Not 30 Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thank you. We have other announcements or news to share. We're going to sing together. If you will, rise, and we will sing this together as our benediction, and then we will adjourn to the coffee room for coffee, if you will. Gather your children if you brought any, and then any adults who want to come back and have circle discussion afterwards.
It's to be simple, tis a gift to be free, tis a gift to calm down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in a place just right, we'll feel a valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn and turn, we'll be like we like, till by turning we come round right.
Thank you. We are dismissed. Remember to come and sign the card, please.